address Tuesday night. But I want to ask you about another part of the effort to stop these horrible, repeated acts of mass violence. As part of your plan, you call for more scientific research on the connection between popular culture and violence. We don't need another study, respectfully. I mean, we know that these video games where people have their heads splattered, these movies, these TV shows, why don't you go to your friends in Hollywood and challenge them, shame them, and say, knock it off?
Well, I do think whatever we do, because when you talk about evidence-based, we have that throughout our proposal. In other words, we don't want to just be anecdotally writing bills. We have the evidence to say this.
Well, I'm not sure you want to write bills anyway, but don't you, I mean, you have a lot of friends in Hollywood. Why don't you go to them and publicly say, I challenge you to stop the video games?
But I do think, see, I understand what you're saying. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. But they tell, not Hollywood, but the evidence says that in Japan, for example, they have the most violent games in the rest and the lowest mortality from guns. I don't know what the explanation is for that, except they might have good gun laws. But I think that you took one piece of it. We're talking about no further sales of assault weapons. What is the justification for an assault weapon? No further sales of those. No further sales of the increased capacity, 30 rounds in a gun. We're talking about background checks, which is very popular even among gun owners and hunters. We avow the First Amendment. We stand with that and say that people have a right to have a gun to protect themselves in their homes, in their jobs, wherever, and that they in their workplace, and that they, for recreation, for hunting and the rest. So we're not questioning their right to do that.
The question is, that I think a lot of people say, here it is, liberals like Nancy Pelosi want to go after gun owners, but when it comes to mental health laws, when it comes to their liberal friends in Hollywood, they don't want to make them anti-op.
Well, mental health laws, I have to tell you, when I was Speaker, and we couldn't even get a hearing on this before that, we passed the Mental Health Parity Act, and then in the Affordable Care Act, we took that to the next step, and in another year, we'll have many more services available because of mental health parity. We certainly have to do more, and I salute and applaud all of those who are saying we have to do more in mental health. But I think we have to do it all, and that's why we said we included in there we have to take a look at what these games are. I don't think we should do anything anecdotally. We have a saying here: the plural of anecdote is not data. And so we want to know, what is the evidence? What will really make a difference here? And I think it has to be comprehensive.
Finally,